What is up, my friends? I owe you an update, and Line Games has given us an update, both in-game and about the petition we gave them. We got a lot to go over today. I hope you're ready for it. Stay tuned to the end because I will then go through exactly what I feel like this update means in relation to the petition and what the feedback as a whole shows us about Line Games.
Just do it!
Okay, first things first, let's go through the petition. As you guys might remember, we, the community, signed a petition and sent it off to Line Games, addressing the issues with Chapter 11, their monetary system, their recruitments, and so much more. If you want to watch that, you can come here. But we just got feedback from them, and I want to go through it with you. Dear Master of Air Squadron, thank you for contacting Line Games' support team. First of all, we are more than grateful and would like to express our sincerest appreciation for your valuable feedback on our game. Our team is thriving the best to stabilize the game and improve any inconvenient part of the game system, and we have noted and shared your suggestion within the rest of the team as a reference to the changes and improvement plans in the future. However, we hope for your generous understanding that we are unable to share the result of our consideration and plans individually, and that changes may not be made the way you were expecting. We hope the above clarifies your concern, and please do not hesitate to contact our team if you have further inquiries. Now, we're going to go straight into the Exos news, but before we do that, and before you form an opinion about that Line Games support team response, which I do have a pretty strong one, just note that that game isn't the cookie cutter that they send to everyone every time you give them, every time you send them a feedback or you send them a report. I've sent them a few emails in the past because I didn't get the $300 reward that I was promised. So just understand that for right now, but there's plenty to go over, so we'll get into that soon. All right, guys, and as I mentioned already, they gave us on Tuesday, September 15th, about 5 minutes ago, an update regarding the Season 2 story and any new contents. So let's go through that together. I'll give you my honest opinions on the fly. This is my first time reading it through, so you might see me change my mind and conflict things, but I think that's healthy for this type of review process because it's the way that I interpret and read through this as they present me information is exactly how they are communicating to you. In all honesty, as much as I do updates and reviews on this channel, I should not be necessary for a game like this. I should not have to give you commentary to re-explain to you what they are trying to do. If they are good at their job, it will just be me reading it to you and going, yeah, guys, so what they said here is what they said here. But we all know that isn't the case, so let's go through it together. Greeting, this is Young Zun Chow. From this note, I would like to inform you of the main story, Chapter 12, the story of the Season 2, new contents, and any other modifications improving conveniences. The name and details of the contents introduced in this director's notes are a work in progress. Note that they may change when the actual update is applied. Main content, new episode update. So, about 2 weeks ago, we got Chapter 11, and now they're already talking about Chapter 12. This is great news. The new story of Exos Heroes Season 2, the Northwind update. Main story Chapter 12, Inherited Power, which is the additional story of the Season 2, consists of 13 episodes. Season 2 has 13 episodes, or does it go to episode 13? Now, it reads here consists of 13 episodes, which means that we would go all the way to 23, but we've been confused on that before. If it is all the way to 23, guys, that is a huge thing for the state of the game. Why? Because they have already planned through season 4, which they told us in one of their initial press conferences that they already have all the fake cores and chapters written and designed and planned through season 4. If they get to episode 23 in season 2, buckle up, guys. This game's going to be around for a while, and that will actually change my outlook on the game significantly. Check out the sequel to the Chapter 11, Vagabond Star. New systems and content, Infinity Core. The contents in the image above may change during the actual update. We are planning on update the new PvE content from which you claim both daily and weekly rewards. Figure out your own meta for the combination of Guardian Stones and earn scores by defeating core raid bosses who will endlessly get stronger and stronger. Different bosses from the previous core raid will appear day by day. Once you defeat him, the stage of that day will increase. As the stage progresses, the boss gets stronger and the obtainable score increases as well. For the heroes who have participated in the final stage battle of the day will not be available to participate in other battles for the week. Currently, the content is developed as a free version. Daily and weekly rewards are excluded in this version. We will set them on the next month. So guys, they've already talked to us a little bit in the past about this sort of scaling core raid boss improvement. I think that it is healthy for the game. There's two things of note here. There's two things in this that really stick out to me. First of that is this sentence here. For the heroes who have participated in the final stage battle of the day will not be available to participate in other battles for the week. What? Why are they making content that excludes their most viable customers and dedicated player base? Now, don't get me wrong, I do think that means that the rewards given by completing it are significant. But it's interesting because if you are a really good team and you have in-game content completed and your roster has all the necessary resources to potentially complete the contents of every day, you're going to go all the way up to the last stage and then stop, and then the next day do the whole thing, and on the last day you're just going to complete the whole thing and get the final rewards. That's how you get the most bang for your buck out of that. So it's a little confusing to me why they wouldn't just let you do the last one and just say, after you do this we scale back your rewards to some extent, or just put a cap on the amount of zests or rewards that they can get over the course of the week and let them play it out for points, because and create some sort of leaderboard setting to where, yeah, they might have gotten the 10,000 zests maximum that they can get in a week. 10,000 is an arbitrary number. But now they're competing on a leaderboard, and maybe the leaderboard gives out an additional 2,000 zests or something like that. That to me makes a ton more sense. But the second thing I wanted to point out is currently the content is developed as a free version. Now, I think what a lot of people are going to read that as is it's in the future it's going to be paid to get into this. I don't think that's the case. I think that they're going to release a core raid battle pass every week or every month related to this event instead of the ways that they've done it in the past. And I don't know if they're going to do the core raid bosses as we know them now, like the events themselves, where they release a new core raid boss. They may just add 3 more bosses to the end of the Infinity Core. But we'll have to wait and see. This sentence here, currently the content is developed as a free version, isn't as scary to me as it reads based off their history. But I could be wrong. Director's intention. We have developed the Infinity Core in need of the new content in which users could enjoy using as many as heroes to figure out their own meta for the content. Weirdly worded, but okay. Challenge for your best score with the best team. Q1's old score. This is the shop where you can use currencies from Zimbuta and Embodiment of Avarice to buy fake cores and other currencies. Infinity Core related contents will be updated in the future. This will be another method for you to obtain fake cores. Wow. Now we know nothing here about how expensive this is going to be, but this is great news for free-to-play players that are fighting as hard as they can in the Zimbuta and the Avarice. I know plenty of free-to-play players that have gotten C's on every day of the week in Embodiment, and they have mana ores out the wazoo. And so now if we can use those coins that we've just been turning into cash into fake cores, that's a really good thing. Even if they were to just give us black fake cores only, or they were to make gold fake cores ridiculously expensive, this is good news for us because it allows anybody to potentially get any fake core, and it also lets you, without spending an insane amount of zest, potentially get fusion stats off of the fake cores that you're actually using now. So this is, even if applied poorly, a really good update for the game. Now, obviously, there's better and worse ways to do this, and I hope that they do it correctly, but even if it's done poorly, the way that it reads is good for the game. Director's intentions. Imbutabar and Embodiment of Avarice are ranked base contents in which you can get a decent amount of rewards only after waiting for a certain amount of time. As the improvement for this phenomenon, we have updated Huon's old store and added various goods so that you can also get rewards in a short period of time. Terrera's dye station. Hair dyeing updated. Ooh. Okay, so her hair went from blue to like multicolored white to purple. Look at that. That is beautiful. Wow, I really like that. The new dyeing area, hair, will be added. Hair consists of 3 parts, which is the same as the previous dyeing. You can dye a hero's hair from the separated tab. That's really nice. And I know a lot of you guys are bummed about the hair dye for whatever reason because it requires Zest. I don't know what more you wanted. Yes, it's expensive. Yes, it's random, but they're cosmetics, people, okay? It changes nothing about the game. They can make each hair dye $40,000, and I'd still be okay with that. If someone wants to spend that to change Bathory's hair, go for it. Others. Add new recipes. Door to Creation event item. A new recipe is added to the Door of Creation. Event items can be obtained from the world by exploration for 2 weeks. The new recipe does not have a separate limit on the number of times and can be obtained nation recruit ticket and dye coupons. Wow, that's actually really good, guys. You can get nation recruit tickets and dye coupons from these core events. So generally when there's a core raid event going on, there's also a farmable currency that you can get from smart exploration and normal exploration that you can turn into hero summons. Generally those hero summons aren't very good, and in some events are even capped at legendary max units anyways. So your Fated and Fate cores can't be possible. But now if we can turn them into nation recruit tickets and dye coupons, that is even better. Them giving us another means of getting nation recruit tickets was definitely needed. And dye coupons, you already know my stance on that. I just went through the last one. They're great. I love it. Getting it for free, even better. Now, obviously, I think these are going to be expensive, but even if applied poorly, is a good update. Director's intention. Currently, only growth materials and recruit heroes can be exchanged for world event items. The new recipes have been added to increase the utilization of world event items. I'm all for that, even if applied poorly. Say you need 100 of those tickets or 100 of those event tokens for 1 nation recruit ticket. That's a good thing. Nonetheless, that's a good thing. Season 2, Chapter 11 improved dungeon difficulty. The difficulty of Chapter 11 added in this update has been improved, so that all users can play the new story of the Brun. Amazing. Amazing. This is a direct answer to the petition, and if this is what they can promise us for the future, I'm okay with that. Like where they make for the first month that Chapter 12 is released, it's going to be incredibly hard. And then after that, it's incredibly easy. Well, I'm okay with that. I kind of like that. But I honestly think that this is a response to us complaining about it so much. So if they change it in the future and they adjust to that, that's a good thing. Weekly report improvement. The Zenbutsubar and Air Squadron battle, Embodiment of Avarice, and Infinity Core changed to a weekly report category format for convenient review. Guys, I'm an American. I know English pretty well. I have a history of working with Korean and Chinese companies on their community management, on their growth and SEO and overall brand development. Hit me up, my guys. You know where to find me. You need help. I can help you. That's all I'm saying. Manage Heroes team optimization and function change. The shortcut has been added for Manage Heroes to unleash potential. In order to speed up Managed Heroes and team entry, the following list has been modified. The basic display information has changed from hero combat power to specific hero names. The criteria for sorting heroes has been changed. Before, combat power, tier, star grade level, data ID. After, tier, star grade level, data ID. Okay. Ooh, K-pop group Fake Horse Synergy. Let's go. I love K-pop skins. The K-pop skins in League of Legends are easily my favorite in that game so far. Pop stars, I'm the baddest. True damage, man. Yeah, I'm about this life. So, Aiden, Janae, Monica, and Wilkes. Let's go. I don't have Janae yet on my main. And Aiden, I don't care how bad he is, I'm going to get it. Freaking love Aiden. And Wilkes is a really strong dark hero as is. So making her even slightly more viable is a good thing. But I'm really interested in this Janae. Obviously, it's going to be gold. It being 4 is interesting. I like that they have a band name, Synergy, so they could come back with another K-pop group and call it Anti-Synergy. They could call it Circumference. They could call it Bacon Fat. They could do a whole bunch of these. Closing comments. Thank you so much for support for the Season 2 update. We will thrive our best to make Exos heroes even better. Sincerely, Director Youngsun Chow. Okay, guys. I honestly think that this is a really good update. I don't know specifically if the changes requested are because of the petition, but regardless, I am excited about this. They addressed our issues with nation recruit systems, where we complained that it was a whale strategy only. It is completely inaccessible for free-to-play people. They addressed our issues with Chapter 11, and the issues with Chapter 11 mainly signifies the rest of the petition. A lot of the other things that we complained about were related to difficulties and how hard it is for even existing players to ramp up to that level of difficulty. So even though I'm not satisfied with the communication and execution of Lion Games, what we have seen consistently over the course of this game's history is that Lion Games is trying to listen and trying to adapt to us, but it does not mean that their business strategy sucks completely on the forefront. They need help. They do not understand our audience. And honestly, this game is a few modifications away from being the best gacha, bar your opinion on Guardian Tales' thematic styles, in the entire sphere. Granted, Genshin Impact isn't out yet, but based off of what we've seen on Genshin Impact already, I think other games can still compete. That's all I'm going to say. We may have another Genshin Impact video in the future. But guys, that does it for me. The petition, I think, was a success. I think that they need to improve their communication style. I think that they need to change their business strategies up front. I think they did owe a little bit more of an explanation in related to the ticket itself. But regardless of how they treated that ticket and how they expressed this, they seem to be making the right changes. So they've bought a little bit more time for me. And like I said earlier, if Season 2 goes all the way through Chapter 23, this game is going to be amazing. Chapter 40, that means they already have through Chapter 40 plus planned out already? I think that's great, especially since a lot of us were thinking that they might be gone next year or earlier. I'm really interested to see where this goes, and if you've watched my previous videos, you know that I was on the verge of leaving this game. But I'm gonna rededicate myself to covering this for the foreseeable future. I'm really intrigued on where this goes. Alright guys, if you like this video, like and subscribe, leave a comment below. We got a lot more on the horizon. In the Discord, I linked a picture of all the upcoming videos that I plan on doing. If you want to see that, join our Discord. I will leave it in the comments below. Give me some feedback on what videos you want to see, and we can probably make it happen. I'm loving making these videos, and we're grinding toward that 1,000 mark, baby. Take care, guys.